Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Messerschmitt 100 here, back with another review. Today, taking a look at this tank, the leFH18B2. It is a French Tier 5 premium artillery. But before we go into the stats and anything else, my favorite comment is now from a person called Yoben Bushima. Thank you for the comment. Yeah, some of my videos, some of my past videos has been having low quality issues and frame rate issues, but they've been mainly solved now. Now, let us go over to the stats of this vehicle, or no, let us first go over to its history. Just go. History. Actually, I already can history. This is on the basis of a B2 French heavy tank. Here represented by the Panzer B2, but it is the same thing. So yeah, it was a French heavy tank that the Germans captured. The Germans captured quite a few of them and used them on the Eastern Front. As you can see, most of them welded or bolted shut this emplacement where the 75mm howitzer would sit, but sometimes they replace it with flamethrowers. This is the artillery vehicle, but they were only used by the German army, at least in larger numbers. So yeah, the French did use some of them, and well, that was mostly recaptured from German, but most of them saw action at the Eastern Front and the Italian front. But so actually it is pretty much a German vehicle and not a French. Same thing with the FCM 36-40. Now it has a German 105mm howitzer, and it is actually really great. We'll come back to the gun later. Let us go through its stats. It has 260 hit points. It's artillery. It's weak, but what did you expect? But but compared to other tier 5 artilleries, let's just go to the French tech tree. And this has just, and go back to the garage. The French artillery on the same tier has only 220 hit points, so it has the most hit points of any artillery. Or actually, let's just check that, so that I know it has more than Gorilla. More than the SU-5. Yep. Already looked at the French. Come on. Actually, the British has more. Actually, the only tank has more hit points is the British Bishop. So yeah, it has the second highest hit points of all tier 5 artillery, and that's pretty good. It weighs a good 32 tons or 33 tons, but the suspension can take 34 tons. But again, you cannot mount any equipment to make it that heavy. And since it is so heavy, it is pretty much immune to ramming damage. It is to ram this thing. You cannot do that in light tanks. The engine power 307, pretty good. Top speed is 28 km per hour. It is slow, but you know what would you expect? It is based on a heavy tank with an even bigger gun on it. Traverse speed is a well, not horrible, but could be better. 22 degrees a second. The hull armor, this is based on a heavy tank, is 60 front, side, and 55 in the rear. Panzer 2's, Panzer 1Cs are going to have a Panzer 2Cs are going to have a really problematic day trying to penetrate you with their they only have 33 in penetration, so or 43 with armor piercing composite rigids, so they will penetrate you. But there is now it could be a good thing to take the weak spots. Here's the 40mm weak spot and the entire upper casement. This is just a blast shield. It's nothing else. It's about 2 to 5 millimeters thick, and it won't do shit. If you hit here, you will be penetrated. If you get hit here, his spaced armor, you can survive Panzer 2's automatic cannon, but yeah, and if anything else, you're dead. And gun traverse is also quite slow, 22 degrees. It is not unbearably slow, but you will notice it is at least on long ranges. View range is a very good 390 meters with a pretty good, actually very good 525 meter signal range. Let us go over to the German. It is the German gun, 105mm howitzer. It has horrible penetration. It has a very good rate of fire, but it has horrible penetration. 23 penetration with a high explosive, and even with armor piercing, it has only 64. High explosive anti-tank, that has 104 penetration. So it you only use heat when you're going tank busting with this thing. Armor piercing, not a terrible idea sometimes. You can, if you hit people in the side, you can penetrate and do quite substantial damage. But if you penetrate with high explosive, you are also going to wreck them, basically. Accuracy, no, it's artillery. It's absolutely horrible. You couldn't hit a tug in this thing. Aiming time is 5.1 seconds. Not really great. No. Yeah, so that's the cannon. For fuck's sake. It has very high rate of fire, but it is a very good combination between rate of fire and aiming time. So, I mean, if you don't have to move the hull, you can pretty much be ready to fire with fully aimed and ready to fire when it has reloaded. Let us go over to the equipment. I got medium caliber artillery tank gun rammer to load faster. It has gun lane drive because 5-second aiming time, and camo net is not a really bad idea in this thing. Although you could swap the camo net for a wet ammo rack, maybe coated optics could be better than just binocular telescope. But you choose. A small spore liner will don't take the spore liner because you only have this small blast shield that will be penetrated by high explosive, so never mind that. Crew skills, commander. I would definitely take 6 Sense. He's also the radio operator, so you could go first with signal boosting, and then you can swap it for 6 Sense. If not, you can take repairs or brothers in arms. For the gunner, artillery take Deadeye. or non-designated target. One of these two. Armor, you know, if your gun gets damaged, you're going to die immediately. And snapshot, not really. It could be okay, but at the same time you don't have a turret. Driver. With driver, you should go with. You could go clutch braking. Forget smooth ride. I'm not going to use it. Off-road driving, not a horrible idea, but at the same time, you're really slow from the outset. Forget controlled impact. You just go for brothers in arms, actually. The loader. Skills. Forget adrenaline rush. Just forget it, because if you get hit, you're just gonna die in 2 or 3 shots. So forget this thing. Save storage. Could be okay, but better go for brothers in arms. And consumables, it is the standard manual fire extinguisher, small first aid kit, and small repair kit. And the high explosive anti-tank is quite expensive, but I just keep one just in case. Not really going to use it that much. And since you also this tank, it's good. Yeah, it has good mobility, and you can actually side script with it. That's not a terrible idea, because this thing has 60 millimeters of armor. Now for artillery, that's a lot, and especially at this tier. So you can bounce quite a few shots. I haven't got steel wool in this thing, haven't I? Just close that up and bloody hell, go to statistics. Statistics for this vehicle. Let us go to tier 5. Yeah, heavy. And where are you? Yeah, I have gotten cool headed and shellproof. So yeah, it does bounce. Group awards, I just got. This is the replay I'm going to show you. It is an amazing replay, but we'll get back to it. So this is just my stats. I'm not a good artillery driver at all. I personally hate artillery. You know, I was more excited by the card game than the bonus code within the card game. So yeah, I got this thing in a card game, the World of Tanks Rush, Second Front, and to be honest, I'm more excited about the cards than this thing. It is, you know, I just generally don't like artillery. I'm like Jingles there, because you know, World of Tanks, do me a favor, do most of us a favor, just get rid of the artillery. I know I get probably quite a few dislikes because of that, but that's just my meaning. I don't think they add anything more to the game. So guys, that was me ranting in the garage, and let's go to the replay. Alright guys, here we are at the replay on Desert. And this is a really funny replay. It is a fantastic face-off towards the end. So if you're seeing this, please wait until the end of this replay. Now I'm playing with my good friend Glossy Puxer. He's the head of my clan. He is right over there. I don't know why he's not visible, but he's over there. And he's better in this thing than me. I miss at a horrible rate. Suddenly appears. I don't know why. Maybe this replay might be a little bit laggy. Clearly it is. So yeah, we spot the OI experimental, and we begin pounding it. Hit. I miss. And then you can see, then here you can see the reload on it. And he drops out. I don't see him. It's in there, and I open fire. My shell does not travel fast enough and miss. Glossy blocker hits. I fire a last shot, misses, and final shot from glossy blocker, and he's dead. So, you know, yeah. It's the KV1, and he backs up, and I miss. Backs up even more. I'm reloading, I'm firing. I miss. And glossy blocker tracks him. So now I'm pounding him. I hit him. So we're just firing as much as we can. And we notice that the map, that the cap is being captured. We just want this guy to be, removed. So, well, now we have no idea where it is, so we just aim towards the cap circle. There's the M2 medium, which is getting annihilated before I can get my guns on him. But still, there is another one, and I can see that buildings are getting destroyed, and there's a KV1 coming. So I'm having my sights on the KV1. And I see him. Aiming a bit lit in front, and I barely miss. I'm going to miss a whole lot in this replay, just saying. Now he has stopped. He backs out just enough and avoids my artillery shell. My friend hits him. Fire again. This time I do damage. And there's a BT-7 artillery. There is fire. And I hit him. Just managed to nail him. It's the KV1. Fire. And I miss him. And shit, there's a T-28. But before I can do it, my glass blocker takes him out. Great shot. Now I just move a bit because I'm afraid enemy artillery might be firing at my location. So I just stop in here and start shelling the KV1. I just take a pot shot and actually hit him. So that's great. And my glossy blocker finished him off. As I said, he's a lot better than I am, even though he keeps insisting I'm just as good as him. Nice guy. And I'm reversing back up, so not my gun traverse is not trapped in here. Okay, but the battle is not over yet. We got to the Type 95. I was not even remotely aimed in before I fired. But now I'm more aimed and firing. And of course I overshoot. And he gets killed. So we capture the base halfway and hostile tanks begin to appear. My shot goes complete wild. And I fire again. I miss again. Try to get him before he managed to move away. And of course I just can't hit him. Again, firing. I miss him by a few centimeters and he is getting destroyed. Right. It's KV1, I didn't aim at all. And now I fire. And I hit him. And the only place you can hit is actually on the top of the KV-1. Underneath the turret, it is a bulge. There's a cooling system. I must have hit that. Actually, you can even see the tracer from artillery. I have hit him right behind. You can just see the turret here. So hit him just behind the turret. Right in the cooling system at flat on. That was a lucky shot. I couldn't even believe my luck. But our tanks is also getting picked off. Again, I zoom in, but you cannot see it through the fire. And we decide to move a bit because we don't know where that last tank destroyer is. Oh, wait, he's in the base. So my friend's keeping on the fire, and I'm getting my sights over there as well. But he's getting destroyed. But just went for it. Artillery destroys the 82. So now it is artillery versus artillery. This has been a heck of a game, and we were tense. We have no idea where the artillery is. Yes, this is fun as all hell, as my friend leFH18B2 says in the comment section. In the chat, I'm sorry, not the comment section. Now, we have a plan. He's going to stay a little bit behind, and I'm going to drive up and spot. I don't want to go into the cap circle, but I want to stand so if they try to cap, we can still shoot at them. So they won't know where we are before we know where they are. And that is a major advantage. And remember, we fire faster than them. So we definitely got we have higher rate of fire and we have more armor than them. But they have more hit points. So you know, something for something. We just have to keep firing at them, hope that we will hit something critical before they hit something critical at us. Now I'm going to use this camera here and not the aiming. And there they are. Both of them. Now they are going to return fire. Both of them are firing at me. The first shot misses barely. Second shot also barely misses. I take out the bishop. The last bishop open fires at me as well. He fires. Just a few hit points more. He tries to reverse, and I destroy him. That was the replay and the review of the 105 leFH18B2. Hope you enjoy it. I absolutely did, and thank you to my good friend leFH18B2. He's real nice, especially in the artillery. I fired 27 shells and he just hit with 8 of them. You know, I suck. I really do. But yeah, this is what you can do in this machine, even though you suck. And even artillery is artillery. We had even the same kills when we started attacking each other. So this was pretty intense. But yeah. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this review. Like if you like the video. Comment. I want to hear comments about this tank. Do you think it's worth it? I don't know, to be honest, because I'm not a really artillery player. I just show you the replay and things in Garage, so you can just make your mind up for your own. And well, subscribe to see more, because it will be coming. Well guys, that was all for today. Thank you so much for watching. And, well, keep your barrel clean, your ammo dry, and I will see you on the battlefield. Thanks for watching. Bye.